Baltimore Orioles and DC United, Washington Capitals, and the Olympics, folks. We got a pack of sports that you wouldn't believe. And so sit back, relax, because Rousseau McGee is going to give you what you need on your Saturdays, the way you want it. So, with that being said, let's start the show. So the thing about it is the Washington Commanders training camp is here, sold out. Um, I'm sorry. Also, if you want to call in, it's 512-543-4662. State your name for the record and who you represent. Don't be shy. We are all family here. We want to talk about all sports related issues, right? Your host's birthday is next Sunday, so show out, come out, and voice your concerns about your team. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. The thing about it is the Commanders are doing pretty well. A lot of people are second guessing what they're doing. They don't believe in Dan Quinn. What I see on the field is progress, folks. And don't get me wrong, I love progress, especially with the weapons we have. They still trying to figure out on defense, what we have on defense. Again, like I said before, there was a big concern about where this pass rush is going to come because they don't have a pass rush. And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. There is got to be accountability with the organization. You let go of two drafted people, right? Two drafted people on the, on the team defensively, and then you trade them away during mid-season to get a spark. You got a spark, all right, from your fan base that were upset that you let two of your best pass rush go. Now, even though that you have an interior pass rush, that's not going to be a good thing because you got to worry about the edges. But hats off to Brandon for being so Brandon right now is going to be your left tackle, the new guy, the draftee. So he's good. Sam Cosby is going to be the center. Cosby is actually doing pretty good. You're also going to have, they're trying to figure out where the third wide receiver is going to come in. They're thinking about, altering the third wide receiver in packages. Dommy Brown, I don't trust Dommy Brown, but they think Dommy Brown and Luke McCaffrey is going to share majority of the slot receiver. I don't trust Dommy Brown because he doesn't have a breakaway speed. He does, in fact, catches the football and in game time, but he also goes out of place, like he's in La La Land sometime. But that's just me. There's a whole bunch of other things that we can get into as well. So if you look at the footage that Jaden Daniels is actually improving in every game, in every practice. Our first game is Saturday against the Jets. And I'm sorry that she's just happy for the Campbell Soup lady. But anyway, the thing that's happening right here is that you look at the quarterback situation is solid. I think we're going to have three quarterbacks. It's going to be Marcus Mariota. It's going to be Jaden Daniels, of course, and it's going to be Sam Hartman. Driscoll is going to be let go. There's no place for Driscoll in this point, so most likely that's what's going to happen. We're going to see how the first teams operate. Most likely, I get to see how the defense, as I want to see how the defense react. Right now, the defense, they said that looks great, right? And it's going off, I forgot his name. The guy, Wilson from Seattle. They said he's going to be the guy. He's going to be controlling everything. I see how they're operating, but I can't see how they're going to function. They're having battles. I think they're going to have St. Jude in there. They're going to have They're going to have Jeremy Chin. They're going to have Forrester's still there, so they're going to have Forrester there. They're going to have uh, Percy Butler. Percy Butler's still there, so they're going to have the core still there together. They just added a lot of veterans. I'm seeing some good things here, but I'm still the front four is where my main concern is, where the pass rush is going to come in. So they brought in Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler used to be an Atlanta Falcon. I'm still having an issue with that because Dante Fowler can play out of position multiple times. He has not had that steady pass rush, and that's a problem. So that's where my main concern is. I think majority of our problems come from that area. All right. So that's where my main concern is there. So we got a panel here, and I'm gonna open up the panel a little bit. And once we continue on, we get to hear more of what you guys and the panel really think about the issue. So we're gonna have a range of topics about this issue, and we're gonna do it in a timely fashion. We only got an hour, so let me open up the panel. I think we got Eric here.
Yeah, you do. Good afternoon, everybody.
That's what's up. What's up? And we have a new caller, 771-233-9097. Say your name for the record.
This is Big Steve on my other phone.
What's up, Big Steve? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine, and you, sir?
I'm good. I'm just having a little issue here with the Commanders on defense because it was now said that Joe Witt does not know where his pass rushers are going to come. And that's why they brought in Dante Fowler. See, on this show, I give you the real. And then they reiterate the same thing that we have said on the show, which is 1,000% true. They still are not 100% sold on Jamie Davis. So they brought in Dante Fowler to give them that edge rush possibility. But still, they have one edge rusher. And they're going to use Jamie Davis as a possible pass rush, but he's going to be a linebacker rush. He's not a certified rusher. So that's the problem we have. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. And especially we spend time on defense, it's relevant to what we're talking about here that's happened on practice. Now, I know hats off to the other fans who went to see them live and see that they're doing pretty good. But some might not have the same issues that I have about defense. But if you look at what I'm seeing on the regular tapes on YouTube, you start to see what I'm saying. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm gonna pose a question to you guys. So if you've been to the training camp or seen it on YouTube, what are your thoughts? Let's start with Steve and end with Eric.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's just the beginning. Like I said, Davis. I think Davis. Be honest with you, he may be the first one to get cut. The first round draft pick may be cut. I think he's going to use Fowler and Fennell. That's going to be a rush experts and stuff. Because Davis is not playing as good as he was. I think he's going to get cut. So I think defensive ends going to do well, and I think Davis is going to get cut. That's my opinion.
What you think, Eric?
It's hard to argue with what Steve said. They're making all the noises around Davis. I hate to see him go, waste such a valuable draft pick, but he's got to show it on the field.
Right.
We've got the offense is coming along. I haven't been out there. Unfortunately, I probably won't get out there due to a number of issues with money and health and money. But
hope you get well, bro.
We'll just have to see. I think some of it is smoke screen. I don't know where my pass rush is going to come from, but some of it I think is very real. He doesn't know where his pass rush is going to come
exactly.
from. So we'll just have to see. It'll be good to finally get some eyeballs on some real football. Next Saturday. that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
They're all saying the same thing. That new guy we got from Atlanta, right?
Right, Dante Fowler.
I was kind of half-ass tracking Atlanta, because my boy Heineke went down there, and they seem to have a pretty solid defense, and that's where Quinn's not unfamiliar with him or Atlanta, their schemes. So we'll see. Dude's 30 years old, so he's not old, but he's a veteran, and can help shore it up. I mean,
right
at this point in the off season, I don't think anybody's expecting to pick up superstars, but if we get somebody who can play, they can hold the line, and just get the job done, I think we'll be in good shape.
Well, we got a new caller. You know her as Coach, and she gives already good views. That's Marilyn. How you doing, Marilyn?
Hey, family. Hey.
Hey.
So we just going over what Joe Witt had just already said, and that we already knew on the show, that they don't know where the pass rush is going to come in. So they brought in Dante Fowler, former Atlanta Falcon DE. I posed to the panel, based off what you heard or what you see, if you've been to the training camp, what are your thoughts on that?
Depends on. Well, I'm like. Actually, I am like Eric, because that's exactly. If he comes out and he does his job and he can, hold the line, do his job, and do it right, I say that's cool.
I agree. I think my initial thought, as I always have, is we should have took care of this in OTAs. Now we get into a point where, our first game is Saturday, and we have to show out like we know what we're doing, because, again, this is not rebuilding mode. This is not recalibrating. This is go mode. We have the talent on offense. We were supposed to have the talent on defense. We were supposed to add on to it. But again, we crippled ourselves on defense. Now we're in panic mode on defense. Now, don't get me wrong. I think on defense we have some really good veterans. I have no problem with the veterans on our defense. It's the continuity. It's the X's and O's that you have to play on defense to give these guys some sort of leverage on your defenders. Now we get to see in real time how this is going to play out. And let me also bring out what happened on Thursday night in Canton, Ohio. I am really upset with this new rule that we got to saw in real time. Who does this? Who does this? Who puts you?
I don't like it.
It's going to hinder everything. It's going to be the most penalized games in NFL history. We're going to have more penalties.
And it made the Texans look like they were,
inept.
Not
like
it was all defense's fault.
Right.
CJ was not playing, and he knew what needed to be done.
This was a horrible experiment going bad. Now the regular season is going to be in shambles with all this nuances, and how are you going to kick off the football, right? And you're going to have everybody on the third line just blocking everybody. Do you know somebody can leak through and just tackle, fumble, and then run it for an end zone touchdown? It could change this whole spectrum of the game. Who does this benefit? It benefits the bigger guys who already won the Super Bowl, and that's the Chiefs.
It might benefit, the AFL. It's not going to benefit the NFL.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The NFL.
When I wouldn't even watch AFL because of the changes. I was like, forget it. I don't want it.
It is the most.
Like the NFL.
It's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen in my life. How can you? I was just speaking to a Raven fan, and then a Raven fan told me, "Hey, listen, I watched this game on Thursday against the Bears and Texans. I was completely, utterly disgusted of what I watched." And I'm like, I agree with you.
I was too.
How can you? Okay, so here's the problem, right? the game was in the Texans' favor, and I'll get back to my thoughts in a minute. And then it was 10-7, and then they scored touchdown was 10-17. I mean 17-7. Then they scored. The Bears scored, and it was 14-17. And then the Bears won it with 2 field goals. And I'm literally looking at this game, and I'm thinking, are we that completely, utterly desperate for ratings? Because this is ridiculous. And then go ahead.
Last year when I watched the Texans and you had the same reaction.
Yeah.
I liked them. I was like, this is it, man.
Yeah.
They got it.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, what's wrong with the defense? I was like that. I was like, okay, what's wrong with the defense? And things flipped.
It was
what I mean?
completely utter chaos. And that brings me back to us, right? And I'm pretty sure if we go out against the Jets looking like that happens on Thursday night, we ain't gonna win this game. And I'm pretty sure that even in the preseason, you're not supposed to win it. But if you look at it, you have to win a game because you want to see how your team reacts to real life football X's and O's. You're not just going to sit there and go, you did well, you did well, you did well. All right, we lost 30-0. Let's go back on the bus. No, you're not going to do that. Come on. The people come out to see this game and you're going to sit there and blow them out in preseason? That's not effort.
That's what really shocked me because I know the Texans can play better.
Exactly my point. And that's why I have really strong feelings about defense because now this is going to be a defensive-minded game, folks. This is now a defensive league, folks. After looking at that game on Thursday, it's not going to be an offensive game. It's definitely going to be a defensive game. So now what you're doing is you're throwing everything on defense. If your opponent scores 14 unanswered points in the first quarter, your defense is going to be 1,000% playing from behind. And this is the fear I had before the game even started. If we do not fix the defense before game 1, which is next Sunday or Saturday, Sunday is my Saturday. Saturday is the 10th, but the 11th is my birthday. I said next Sunday, so that's why I'm trying to get my bearings right. Anyway, but if we allow this to fester up on the first game against the Jets, and guess who we're playing? Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is back, folks.
He's actually going to be playing.
Yeah, he's going to be playing.
Any of the other quarterbacks in these preseason games.
I think what they're going to do is play him for one series and go rest him, and then they're going to put the rookie in or the backup in. And I feel like that's what the game is going to be set. It's going to be playing the first game. It's going to the first series or the first 3 series is going to be for the rookie, and then the other games is going to be for the backups. So Mariota is probably going to get some playing time. But going back to what I said, it's more likely that the game is going to be defensive. It's not going to be offensively unless we have a sling out game. Now, here's what's happening, folks, around the league. In Miami, Tua Tagovailoa is trying to get a new deal. So now what they're doing is he might not play the first game, he might play the second game until they get a new deal. Green Bay.
But he got that new deal.
He did?
He got that new deal. He got that $221 million extension. So he ain't gonna be playing that first game.
Okay,
so he got that new deal.
Okay,
already.
so good.
They're gonna be playing that backup. Yeah. So he got that new deal.
They're gonna want him.
So the next player on the list is Green Bay Packer Trey Love, he's waiting for his new deal. I think he's owed about 10 mil.
He got it too.
Okay.
He got that deal too.
Okay, great. Both of them got.
What kind of deal did he get?
He got a $210 million extension too.
Okay, so you got the two highest paid quarterbacks. You got Geno Smith. He's out for the year, so they're gonna have to find. They got whatchamacallit. They got Sam Howell. So Sam Howell is now the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith is going to be on injured reserve for some time. We also got a new caller.
Yeah.
He is a co-host of the Enhanced Sports Show. It's not other than Louis Tenor. What's up, Lou?
Thank you for calling. I got you in too.
You know, hey, man, got to plug you in every time you come in, man. Hey, listen, you're a superstar.
Plug you in too.
All right, that's what's up, man. So, so the thing about it is, we had a discussion as always in Lou, and it was about the Commanders, and the Commanders really had told the truth and said that they don't have a pass rush, but now they have brought in Dante Fowler, former DE of the Atlanta Falcons. What is your thoughts on that, Lou?
So they brought him in. Well, I don't think that's a bad move. I think it's going to help him pretty well.
I agree, but you have to also look at what side he's going to be playing on. Is he going to play on the left side or the right side? And so most likely we need somebody on both ends. And I think they could probably use Dami Brown in the package like he's always been. I think the problem with
but don't forget what, Sue. We also got the Dallas All-Pro center, Bounty, as our new center. Right, Lou?
Oh, wow.
Steve, remember your prayers are going nowhere.
I know, man. Hey, man, that was shots fired there, Steve. Hey, look, this is something else. I never thought Steve would go in shots fired on the show, but that's something I never seen before.
We got four Cowboys. We got their defensive coordinator. We got their assistant defensive coordinator. We got their linebacker, their former linebacker coach. You know,
But see,
so we got a couple of Cowboys.
But see, here's the thing. But here's the thing about this, Steve.
Yeah.
Even though we have the personnel or the coaches, we still need the personnel.
Mm-hmm.
So we still one short, you know. And I feel like
we the Washington Cowboys.
hey man, hey listen, Steve, that's blasphemy, man. That's blasphemy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that today. I don't want to get no hate calls. Hey, man, what did Steve said? He said the Washington Cowboys. You tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Washington Cowboys.
I can't say it on here.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like watching ESPN. You know, ESPN gonna be. You know, ESPN be like, yo, yeah, yo, hey, Steve.
I just want to wait and see what actually happens, you know, kind of a thing. You know, Dallas to Redskins never really worked, but we're the Commanders now, so we'll see.
And you know, right, Eric?
Functionality there.
No, you absolutely right, Eric.
I'm still waiting for the first training camp fight.
You know what? You know what? That's how we. Man.
I still remember when we signed Calvin Hill. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know what? The most.
Treadway is wearing number 10 at the moment. He said he might keep it. That was kind of like an off to the side discussion. But yeah, I've seen pictures. So he's doubled up from 5 to 10, and I hope it's good. You know, it wasn't bad for RG3 for a hot second, so we'll see.
So here's my thing. True. Here's my thing of what Eric just broke up.
Is it Mariota zero?
I think Mariota, Marcus Mariota had 0. Yep.
Man, I'll never.
Yeah.
Well, here's it. You know, no,
coach, and I'm with you. It's corny as hell, but what the heck?
You know, so
you'll never see the field.
Buddy, put yourself up there.
God willing, he'll never see the field in Burgundy, so let him have his thing.
So here's
But
what
I'm gonna know who it is.
Keep him motivated.
Oh man, you just don't know. But here's what Eric brought up. Eric brought up a really good thing, and this is a really good stat that, I mean, for us Commander fans, it tends to ring true. Every time we have a fight, we play good. Remember the D'Angelo Hall and DeAndre Hopkins fiasco?
Every camp, if you don't have a fighting camp, then you didn't have camp. I mean, like, come on, somebody get mad.
That's exactly. And that's what was missing from us, because we got into a fight with the Baltimore Ravens, last year, and that fight broke out, and it was oh man, I forgot who it was, but they took a deep shot, and it was a fight that broke. Oh, it was Emmanuel Forbes and the wide receiver, and they got into a scuffle, and they were sneak punching, and it didn't improve our game, but it did give us some connection on that side. Just like D'Angelo Hall and DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans, we got in the fight with them, and then we got in a fight with the Miami Dolphins, back in when, and we got into the fight, and we actually improved that game, and we won against that team as well. So, for some odd reason,
we only have like about half a week, the first half a week, and we're just now getting into contact. But it's something I always keep an eye out for.
Yeah, and that is the golden thing about us. When we battle, we win. But it's the only thing is, when we battle each other, we lose. And I feel like our defense has to have that mentality. It's only 2/3 of that mentality. Now, again, yes, I'm a defensive-minded guy, and yes, I go back to the defense a lot. But I can't say anything about the offense, because the offense is now 100% stacked with talent. We just need a really good scheme that can be flawless and put us in the playoffs. Now, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. I'm just talking about playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. If we get up to the Eastern
Conference,
I'll be happy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and that's where my mindset is, because this team is it's a playmakers. We got playmakers for once in our lives.
Well, we got the trend anyway. Nobody wins the division 2 years in a row, so
right.
We're about due.
Exactly.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we are due.
Exactly, and that's I believe.
To the old line. I mean, we got Cosme, the young kid stepping up.
Yeah.
Get a center in there, a good center that can keep everybody coordinated and on the same page.
Man,
I think we could be all right.
And that's how I feel.
Well, that's what I love about Heineke.
Yes.
He knew where everybody had to be at.
One thing about Heineke knew that, hey, listen, we're going to go in, we're going to punch him in the mouth, we're going to go down the field, we're going to throw the scary Terry, and we're going to ride into the sunset. If he would have had Eckler, if he would have had Luke McCaffrey and the other wide receiver, if he would have had Ertz, and if you had John Bates and Cole Turner acting right, do you know this team would be unstoppable? And we would have been 7-game win streak. We would have been on fire leading
We've
into
been going to town, man.
We'll be winning some games.
So another RG3 do a 7-game win streak into the playoffs, and everybody saying ho ho ho. Right. And this is what I'm saying. DC would be on fire right now. The TVs would be blowing up every day of the week. Ain't nobody gonna beat the Commanders, because you see all the talent they got on defense and offense and special teams. There's no way in this world this team is gonna lose to a battle. Bring it on. Yeah, Heineke's my boy and stuff like that. And his impact was not just throwing the ball in the air.
Yes.
What's his name? Chase Young was his boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Defense recognized stuff was going on,
mm-hmm.
and when they were letting him over, and Chase said, "Look, I'm not getting caught up in this," and I think that affected his attitude, if not his play. And we see the results.
Well, see,
look, Heineke's my boy, but he is not Tom Brady. I will say that off the top. All right.
No, he
But
wasn't
I tell you
Tom
what,
Brady.
No, but
I tell you what, when he was under center, you always had a chance.
But you see, the good thing you just said.
Out of the game when he was under center.
But the good thing you just said there, Eric, was he's not Tom Brady. But here's the good thing about Taylor Heineke: he revitalized DC just like RG3 did. When he went on when he went on those 3-game winning games, and potentially went to the 20 and lit it up against Tom Brady in the playoffs. Tom Brady was like, wait a minute. We blew them out and they coming back. They got 20 points and we got 3? No.
He almost got him the first time, and then he did get him the second time.
Yes, and that's what I was saying. He made, bro.
It's like Brady. That was just a warm-up. Wait till I see you next time.
Exactly. Oh, man. I like what he said, bro. I was like, okay, we just found a quarterback of the future.
Didn't we get the Eagles?
Oh, we killed the Eagles.
Might have.
Yeah, we did.
You know what?
They did.
The same thing with the Packers. They stole his touchdown.
Yes, they did.
You know, when we was up there, or was it down here? Anyway, the second time he won that game, it's like y'all might have got me the first time. Y'all didn't get me twice in a row.
Man.
That's right.
That's my dog. And like Wentz didn't stand a chance because nobody understood why he was here. Nobody had no feeling for him, and he didn't help himself.
And now,
every time he had an incomplete pass, the whole fans were like, "High game."
Yeah, and it brought all the fans in.
It made
it's
this.
About time y'all arrived.
This town went haywire when we went and blew up a really good team. And not only did we blow up the team, people start recognizing that we were for real. And that's when it started dying out the following year.
We recognized us for a professional football team.
Exactly.
Yes.
See, our Redskins have never been like, I guess, like the Chiefs we had that one season, 1991, but even then, we had Ripien.
Yes.
And, he was nobody's pretty boy, but we've always been, like I say, lunch bucket, go to work.
Exactly.
Not too much flash in it. And that was Heineke. He was like, look, I'm not your model. I'm not a supermodel. I don't have the best arm, but I tell you what, I will bring home the bacon if you let me. And
after I say this,
we're going to get out there and we're going to battle.
Exactly. And after I say this, and we're gonna go to Lou because Lou, I got a question for Lou. So here's where things started to fall off. When we lose that mentality of lunch bucket, go to work, we tend to fall off because we're starting to forget where the messages come from and how to get there. And that's been our problem for decades. And now that we have a potential understanding what we had on defense or what we still have on defense, we're still losing that message. We don't go to work no more. We maintain so we can keep the glue together. We know the glue is coming apart, but we just maintain to patch up the holes so people won't see it. So that's where we are on defense. But we'll see that
they need to fire it up.
And that's what I see with Joe Witt and what they're doing on defense. They're just patching up the holes. But they forget that the main problem is still exposed, the ends. And that's where Lou comes in. Lou, do you remember that time with Micah Parsons and you had Lawrence of Dallas defense? Do you remember that game against the Broncos at home?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes. So didn't they get exposed on defense?
They got exposed big time on defense.
And that happened in the third and fourth quarter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it was the edge rushers. Lawrence is not known for a pass rush, right? So the linebacker, who was your defensive coordinator? Wasn't it the young guy?
Yeah, it was one of the young guys.
Yeah, so the young guy didn't know who to plug in on that left side, so he put Lawrence there, and Lawrence was just a place marker. He's like a bookmark. He didn't want to turn the page, so nobody really finished reading him until late, where they ran it. They ran opposite him, and then what they do is push him out of play so they can open up a lane. That's where I see for our defense, and it's a problem. It's a problematic for me because there's nobody to plug in on that side. And that's where I see with this defense mimicking the Dallas Cowboys defense, which is a problem in its whole right. Now, like I said, if you hear the thunder in the background, folks, it's raining over here. But anyway, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Free car wash.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, it's free, so I'm not worrying about it. Okay. but if you.
Southeast too is getting ready to come down too.
Oh yeah. It's going to be, the lightning is going to get louder. But if you look at it like this, we still have time to actually prepare for the division. Now, Dallas, Eagles, and Giants. Giants already know this is the last year. If they don't get it together, they're bringing in Bill Belichick, right?
Right.
So if the Eagles are trying to figure out if they, they already, there's the reports. There are reports. There are reports right now.
I know Joe Biden is old, but dang.
Yeah. He said Joe Biden is old.
Might be even older.
No, listen, let me tell you like this. I mean, if you look at Bill Belichick's son, they don't have no facial expression. It's like looking at two mirrors and going, huh?
You're talking about his son.
Yeah. Well, his son, I don't know if his son is going to be, but I'm just saying they just have the same expression. So you're looking at, just looking at each other and they're not even smiling. So you're just looking into a mirror and stuff.
Okay.
Lord, look at the devil. He's
Oh, wow. Let's not bring that, Coach. Come on now. We can't bring that into. You can't say he looked like that on national airwaves.
there's two horns on that guy.
Let's not bring him in there.
Let me get this straight. Are you Dallas or are you Giants? You're Dallas, right?
No. She's Commander. She Commander. Trust me. She's Commanders. Y'all trip.
I think Camilla's gone.
Well, let's not get into politics right now because we still got a whole lot to cover. Okay, let's just focus on. I know you want to, but let's not get there because we're gonna lose the sight. Okay, I know. But anyway, look, check this out, right? The reason why I bring up this because I see the similarities of what Dallas was doing in their years, what is transitioning here. I don't want the cycle to repeat itself because we're on a mission, and to lose that mission in a game, you'll see a tidal wave, and that one tidal wave is Jonathan Allen. If Jonathan Allen sees another losing season, he is going to speak out and he's going to disappear. Now, this resembles. I agree with you, but again, that goes back to where I was saying.
We got Newton to take this place, though.
But that's what I was going to bring up. See, I do a transition, and it's called I do a transition into what I was going to say. But I'm glad you brought that up. Johnny Newton was the guy who had hurt his knee, but he's been rehabbing, and they said that he didn't need surgery, so all he needs to do is fix his ligaments. I sit down and look, and behold, he is practicing. He's ready to go. The guy has been on fire in the defense, and Johnny Newton is that guy in the middle. So we have our three, because Johnny Newton is the guy that replaces Matt Ioannidis. Now, Matt Ioannidis was our leading sack leader in the middle. Now we have somebody who can sack in the middle, which we've been missing. Now, just imagine if we had a bookends. Everybody would have had a pocket to go after the quarterback. Now we only 3/4 short of that, right? But Johnny Newton fits that third quarter. Now we got 2.5 quarters to really get after the quarterback if we had the bookends. Now, keep in mind we have the linebacker from Seattle, who's going to be a monster to stop. He can tackle, he can blitz, he can coordinate, he can rotate, he can have exotic blitzes. This is what you want. But if you don't have the
Well,
itch,
they
itch
can rotate. I'll hand out some cactuses.
Yo, yo, Coach got me out of my element right now. She got me out of my element. Yo, my bad.
But it's not going to be with Washington.
Yo, I laugh. Yo, that was funny. I gotta give you, Coach. I'm sorry. But anyway, Lou, let's go to Lou. I have a question, young. All right, so I can't keep my composure right now. Listen, Lou. So what do you think? Now we're doing a transition into the Dallas Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants. Who do you think needs more help? Because I think Eagles have a 1,000% problem because they're thinking about trading Jalen Hurts because they believe Jalen Hurts is the problem.
Are you kidding me?
I've been reading articles. Yes, there have been but here's the thing about Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not a really good a good market for quarterbacks that they don't like. And the reason why they don't like Jalen Hurts is because they're supposed to be a dynasty, like the Kansas City Chiefs. They were riding high last year, and then they fell off the map. And then the reason why they fell off the map, because they believe the quarterback made some really horrible decisions. I remember seeing the woman with the Eagles fan jersey on asking, "What are you doing? We're not supposed to be like this." And it goes back to what I was seeing in the stands during that game, and they fell off the map and they lost the game and lost the NFC East to Dallas. So my question to the panel is, do the Eagles trade their quarterback? Do the Giants get rid of Daniel Jones and everybody switch swap? Let's go with Lou and end with Big Steve. All right, Lou, you up.
Yeah, well, I think that, Jones hasn't done really much for the Giants except maybe 1 year. I think his time is the Big Apple is done. They need to try and get a better quarterback. So I think Jones, if he doesn't do anything this year, he's going to be out.
I believe that. Okay, Coach, you're on spot. What do you think?
Are you talking about with Hurts?
What I'm saying is, do you think the Eagles and Giants need to do a swap of quarterbacks?
Who's the Eagles? I mean, Giants have
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Well, they don't just have Daniel Jones. They had Danny DeVito's son at quarterback, and they can switch swap. So, and then the Eagles have Kenny Pitt, who is the former quarterback of the University of Pitt, and he was a former Steelers.
I hate to say this, but I still think Jalen Hurts, if he could pull it off this year, I think they'll be fine.
Okay, Eric, bring it on home, man. What you think?
Yeah, I didn't know where Kenny Britt is. That's kind of good. I'm glad he's still in the league. He just doesn't have a name and hasn't had all the weapons he needed. Nobody has up in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Roethlisberger was just a beast.
Right.
But for New York and Philly to swap quarterbacks, I don't think it's an advantage for either one. I think I like the Philly quarterback better, Jalen Hurts, but he needs some more help. I don't know exactly where. I think this defense could be better because Skins went toe to toe.
I think he needs it in the offensive line.
Skins went toe to toe with them, and they barely got out of those. So I don't think it really makes a difference, and I don't really care too much.
I get that.
Lou, are you New York?
No, he's Cowboys.
Yeah.
He's Cowboys.
I
was just catching some Scooter Magruder this week, and I give him props, because he's kind of like accepted his fate. as a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
But I like what he does the whole NFC East. You know,
Sorry about that.
he gets the whole NFC East going. Anyway, who's next?
You got Big Steve. Last but not least, this man knows what his football is. Go ahead, Big Steve.
Sean Barkley gonna make Eagles great. It's gonna put less pressure on her, and they're gonna be a lot better than it was last year.
Man, did you just say Charles Barkley?
Yeah, they're gonna do great. So he won't lose his job. So the Giants gonna go in the toilet. They're gonna be in last place. Daniel Jones gonna be traded. He's gonna lose his job. The Giants gonna go in the toilet. We're gonna lose his job. Their coach.
You know. I just figured out what Steve's doing.
Do bad. The Cowboys gonna be bad, and we're gonna lose his job.
You know what, Steve? You just wishing bad on the three teams that we have in the division. Man, I just asked you one question. You went into this whole tirade, bruh.
Mike McCarthy is gonna lose his job, and Dubos, the Giants, gonna lose his job.
Man, you need to stop it. You up here wishing bad on the man that he gonna lose everything, man.
I'm serious. Don't say gonna lose their job. You heard it from me first.
Hey, let's remember that so we can.
No, it's something else, man.
You heard it from me first.
I hear you, bro.
Then your job's gonna call the job, and with the time, the running back for the Cowboys, Zeke and Dak gonna make Mike McCarthy lose his job.
Okay, I hear you.
Wow.
Yo, Steve just don't care. He said Micah Parsons, Zeke Elliott, Dak, the whole Dallas organization is gonna go in the toilet. Man, bro, you just don't like them, man. Yo, he just throwing beans out there for everybody. Jack and the Beanstalk can't plant all those beans.
Because they're gonna pay CD Lamb that money.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna pay Zach his money.
No.
And his money.
And that's the whole plan. That's all. That what you think they brought Zeke back for? They know Zeke is the cheapest person, and his payday is going to come 2 years later if they decide to keep him. And then you get not only that, they're not going to keep Mike McCarthy. They're not going to keep Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy is 1-7 in the playoffs with them. He was a beast with the Green Bay Packers. So of course they're going to pay CeeDee Lamb because they want CeeDee Lamb for long term. They're looking at Dak and they look at Mike McCarthy and go, which one do we actually need?
They can only pay one of the three.
Right.
That's it. They can only pay one of the three. They can only pay CeeDee Lamb, Dak, or Parsons. They can't pay all three of them.
Right. So they're going to let go of Parsons. Or they're going to save Parsons. They're going to save Parsons and then let Mark McCarthy contracts expire. And then what they're going to do is lose Dak. And they're going to bring in Trey Lance. Now, Trey Lance is on their roster as a possible trade from the Green Bay Packers because Trey Lance and the Green Bay Packers, they wouldn't play him because of Aaron Rodgers. So now you have.
But they're going to have to pay him. And see, they're going to have to pay him because this is a contract late for Trey Lance. So they're going to have to pay him.
Right.
So they ain't contact him.
Right. And that's the whole point of this whole carousel that they have. The Cowboys are really desired. They're going to have really good problems this year, and that's where all that problem is going to make some really bad decisions. So, with that being said, there's the Eagles. Excuse me. There's the Eagles. There's the Giants, and there's Dallas. Those three teams. I think the Giants have a really good shot to improve this year based off what they did. I don't think they're going to have a really strong running game, but Darren, I think the running back from the Raiders is back. He's going to be their primary running back. So I think they're going to have a good a good thing with him. Offensively, they got a wide receiver out of LSU. I think that's probably going to help them a little bit, but not dramatically. They're going to win a few games here and there, so they're going to probably be an 8-8 team. The Eagles, they have a lot of problems. They have a lot of problems right now. But they still have a whole bunch of linebacker hybrids. So they're probably going to. They're trying to be number one again. I don't know how that's going to play out. As for us, we have potential to run the NFC East. Sorry, Lou, I'm just telling the truth like it is, but we still got to worry about the offensive line. So let me get this real quick. I'm really upset about the Baltimore Orioles losing to the Cleveland Guardians. I'm really upset how that played out. Yeah, they play tonight at 7 when the show ends. I'm really upset because we have a really horrible pitcher in Kramer. Kramer is 4-8, and I'm still trying to figure out why is this man in the rotation. Lou, help me out with this idea, man. Why is this man in rotation when we have really good pitchers on the line? This guy gave up 8 runs in the 6th. I wanted to jump through the TV and smack him, but I couldn't because I had to think about, hey, listen, my hand can't go through electronics. I can't jump in there and just choke the guy. I'm sorry. Help me out.
Go to the game and go out there and say, get him. You know what? Off the field.
Well, you know how that guy went on the field in the soccer game and just high-five his favorite kicker? I'm not that guy. I would choke you. I would definitely choke. No, excuse me, folks. I wouldn't do that to a player. I'm not advocating that type of violence. I would definitely do it in real time, but you will see me on TV, but not here. But anyway, Lou, help me out, man.
Yeah, I mean, how can you have a star like that who's been so horrible?
Yes.
I mean, the guy that came from the White Sox and made it even worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the White Sox are the worst in the major leagues. So why in the world would you put Kramer, who just had Tommy John elbow surgery, in the game, and then he's not a reliever? You just need the man throw 3 pitches and then you go home. But no, you want to put him in a rotation to get him, elevated. The man. Yeah, I'm sorry, but anyway, you just don't. It doesn't. And then not only that, the acquisitions that you got didn't even produce. Trevor, I forgot what the guy's name is. Trevor something. He pitched and he gave up 4 runs. Then you take him out and then you bring in Webb. He gave up 1 run. Then you bring in Kramer. God, I can't do this. I'm gonna choke. I'm just gonna choke my microphone. Anyway, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Anyway, folks, 512-543-4662. Yeah, just call in. Yeah, so, but I think tonight has to be the game because did the Yankees win against Toronto?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now the Yankees are in first place. We have to win tonight. If we don't win, we don't tie with the Yankees, which means that the most win in the major leagues is the Guardians, and then the Yankees are number 1. So yeah, we know the Campbell Soup lady is open. That's why she's yelling that way, because she got some Campbell Soup. Anyway, but the thing about this is, if we don't win tonight, we're not going to be in first place for at least another month, because October is the playoffs, folks. And October is 2 months away, and I'm sorry, Lou, I know you're a Yankees fan. I just can't have the Yankees number 1 because they're not that good. And I told you about Soto. Soto is okay, but he's not the answer. It was the guy that you got from Miami who's actually pretty good. I know there's 4 minutes to go, and I know we were supposed to talk about the Olympics. Let's go ahead and talk about the Olympics. Hats off to Simone Biles, folks. She wins the vault. she's the so okay, just open up the can and get your spoon and scoop up the soup. Yeah. Yeah. So also hats off to the swimming Ledecky. She won her ninth gold. Yeah, she's going to be the first woman to win the multiple golds. Hats off to Shamari Richardson. Shamari, she's awesome. She's going to win her first gold, being in 3 year suspension. Also, hats off to the row team of the Americans winning their first gold in that category. Hats off to the
1960.
Yes, that's right, 1960. Absolutely. Hats off to the okay. So there was another person that won the gold. I think it was I forgot that person's name. Well, the fencing team, all girl fencing team.
I think he's from around here too. The young boy.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, the first co-head running race, the Americans win gold. It was that woman. She was 19 years old, folks, and she blew out the opponents in the river. She blazed. When she got the baton, she was running 20, 30. Yes, she could. Nobody could. Whatever she ate it for real, and she kept going farther than anything I ever seen. But again, the Olympics is on fire, and there's more to come. The men's basketball team just blew out Puerto Rico, and they're going to the finals. And there's what was it? I know. Hats off to the rugby team winning bronze. The women's rugby team, they winning bronze. I saw this woman. She took the ball and ran 20, 30 yards to the end zone and kicked it and won the game for the bronze and made the Australians very, very upset with 2 minutes.
Hats off to the young man who won the bronze in the men's gymnastics team, the first one in almost a century.
Yeah.
Hats off to the women's soccer team.
Yes, that's what I was getting to as well.
Like I said, hats off to the men's rowing team that won the bronze medal.
Yeah, I said that. I said that.
So we doing it now. We lead the middle count right now. The China was leading at first, and we overpassed them now. So we doing great.
Yeah. And it's more to come.
Eric, if you get a chance next week, try to call to my show. I'm on just before Rasol comes on.
All right, then bet.
Hey, listen, and that's
46. Same number as Rasol.
Yeah, same number as mine. Okay. So everybody.
I'll go by your page and check for times and stuff, but I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Type in my name, you'll see it.
So right. With that being said, that I have to let that be the last word. I want to thank again Big Lou. I want to thank again Coach. I want to thank Eric, and I want to thank again Big Steve for coming in. And I want to thank you for you guys for coming in and entertaining us and listen to us on your weekend and learn the sports that you want to hear it on your Saturday. Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for coming in, bro. You're always welcome, man. And also thank for the camera suit lady who keeps yelling in the background because she got her favorite camera suit. Without you, camera suit lady, you won't have Marion here to yell and scream. She needed her camera suit to be afloat. It's like having coffee. She hasn't had it yet. But anyway, so everybody have a great weekend. Stay hydrated, and also you're human first and everything second, and you're conquerors by definition. So go conquer your dreams because you deserve it. Have a great weekend and shoot for the stars. All right.
Hey, you too. Have a great weekend.
See you next week on your birthday.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. My birthday Sunday, folks.
All right, Coach.
All right, y'all.
All right, Lou. All right, Eric.
All right. See y'all later. God bless.
All right.
Okay. God bless y'all. Good night.
Good night. And thanks to you for tuning in and the DMV Sports Show. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So make sure you call in next Saturday, 512-543-4662. We have fun here as we always do. We joke around as we joke around, and we have a great time doing it, talk about sports. So don't be worried, 512-543-4662. State your name for the record and who you represent. And don't be shy. Talk sports. That's what we do. So you're human first, everything second, and you're conquers by definition. So go conquer your dream. I'm out. Peace.